We're going to say, call
Elohim La, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi.
Let's go to honest to those of GMS.
Right.
Honest to Akim. Peace and rest to all you brothers and sisters that listen. Hopeful elect, man. Right. You know, doing this work. You know, 2022, man. We here.
Right.
You know what I mean? We here, man. You know, call him La Yahawashi. They kept the spirit on us to keep pushing in the midst of a plan, right? In 2020 and 2021. Right, didn't take no breaks. And like Yahawashi said, let's get at Luke the 17th chapter about unprofitable servants. We were supposed to do that. You know, unlike some guys who take winters off, seasons off, or even in the midst of this crisis, you know, they the Christian church, right? People said that they pastors told them that there's no more service due to C-19, man. That's bullshit, man. You had even dudes in the London camp, we're not gonna say their name, saying that prophesying is done. Prophesying ain't done. We almost there, all right? But we still got work to do. Because a lot of you Israelites, real soon you're gonna start looking for answers, man.
That's right.
All right? It's gonna be great confusion out here, man. Great confusion, man. We're gonna get there in the book of Hosea, 5th chapter after that. But let's read this verse.
Luke 17 and verse 10. So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants.
We're unprofitable servants. Good.
We have done that which was our duty to do.
It was our, because why? Let's get 2 Timothy 2, verse 3, and then we're going to get Hosea 5. Why? Because what? The Lord called us to be, or what? We're going to read it.
2 Timothy 2 verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi HaMashiach.
You're a soldier, man. Right? A soldier can't take no break in no winter. The base will get attacked, man. Right? People will infiltrate, man.
That's right.
And all of you will get killed. So you got to remain on your post. Remain on your watch. Because the Lord ain't come back yet. Right? Technically, the family of the word is not yet. It's getting there because brothers got to transition to other platforms. Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute. Right? It was from while it lasted. You know what I mean? YouTube served its purpose. We still use YouTube because that still is the main platform. You know what I mean? But, you know, the spirit is having brothers move elsewhere because, you know, Esau is starting to perfect his algorithm. And plus, they have people watching us.
Yeah.
Okay? You got moderators who watch you. You got people that's assigned to looking at a certain group of brothers, man.
Yeah.
So any keywords we make amongst ourselves, they write it down. Right?
And he's starting to pick up on certain codes that we say through spirit.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot, was it one of these politicians said it? They said max instead of defeat.
Yeah.
You know, then the brother's like, who?
Yeah,
Who are they watching?
Yeah.
You know?
They're watching us.
They're watching us, man.
You know? They said Marion. You heard a woman on The View say that?
Nah, I didn't even see that.
She said, the Marion, no, the Omnicron. I'm like, what?
Wow, yeah. They watching.
You watching, man.
They watching.
And those bitches, they're Nazis, man. On the whoever The View. They're always pushing Vanessa. All right? Them Dykes, Whoopi Goldberg, and all them other idiots on that show. Listen, man. Bill Gates, which we brought this information already, and other billionaires and corporations, right, which they're vassals to the elite. They bought the media a long time ago, man. They said that the media's and different channels are controlled by just 5. I forgot it. What they call it again, man. I think 5 corporations control all the media in America, man. And they're all Amalekites.
Yeah, I forgot the names of them.
Right? They're all Amalekites, man. That's why the scripture called him what? The prince of the power of the air. He controls all information. See, but this truth right here is something that, this is outside the matrix, man.
It's outside their control.
Yeah. And so they're just going to shut it all down. But at that time, the Most High already sealed his elect. Which we believe the elect is already almost damn near sealed already, man. Because everything is starting to pick up, man. All right, go ahead.
I got Hosea the 5th chapter.
Come on.
Start verse 1?
No. Go to run to my place. I think it's 15.
Come. Hosea 5:15, it says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Most High is going to flee. Well, the affliction has already started. The test has already started. All right? That's the whole point of Vanessa, man. It's to weed out people that ain't right, man.
That's right.
All right?
Because Yahawashi is bringing this forth. Man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
working on the left hand. He works on both sides, man. He controls both sides. You know? So he's the one that's making them. He put a spirit upon these devils to mandate it. You know, see who you believe in.
He's moving this Edomite.
That's right.
You know, we could get that in Exodus 1st chapter when it said that the Pharaoh started to afflict them more.
Come.
And our people had no choice but to cry to Yah. That's what he's doing right now with Aisha. Okay, he's putting the spirit on him to show you he's the devil. We've been telling you that this man was the devil. Nah. That was in the past, brother. You should tell them idiots up there. Nah, you see, you brothers deal with that hate, man. You know, some jakes will say, you know, I respect the history, but I can't get with that hate. And white people, I can't get with that. It's like, nigga, what's wrong with you, man? What you mean you can't get with that, man? Okay? You see what I'm saying? You're just sick, man. He never changed, man. Okay? Like we say, he's just doing things a different way. You don't have to put chains on your neck or hang you from a goddamn tree anymore. He perfected his hatred. Now he giving you Vanessa, man. Right? He puts certain shit in your food, spraying shit in the air. Right? Give you give you rap music and push it. Right? Tell your own people to destroy you. That's how he does shit on it, because he don't want no revolts like the Nat. They tell you that. What inspired Abraham Lincoln and the other politicians at that time, which they didn't liberate you. All they did was emancipate you, transfer you. Okay? And they gave you certain crumbs of the pie because they didn't want another Nat Turner revolt. Okay? They didn't want that. So they had to do things a different way. They show you in that movie in the 1970s. The Republicans were telling the Democrats, they're both eating at the dinner table. It was like, yo, you guys are giving the Negroes too much opportunity, too much jobs. And they said, yo, we have to. He said, if we leave a smart Negro in the ghetto, he may turn his people against us. But if we assimilate him into white society, then he's going to be for us. You see? That's what they said. They said that in the movie in the 1970s. AKA, that's your Eric Adams in them. Oh, we got a black mayor. And that's Aisha's sense of humor. Him, Lightfoot in Chicago. The bitch in DC. He's giving you, right when you're about to collapse the shit, he let you niggas run it. You're going to bring it down, man. All right, go ahead.
Exodus 1, and I'm going to start at verse 7.
Fine.
And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, right? And it says, and the land was filled with them. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also to our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
And even now, because Aisha tried everything.
That's right. GMOs, or Planned Parenthood, all these different things to basically kill Jake.
You destroyed Black Wall Street.
That's right. That's right.
You had the Red Summer. We put you in the ghettos. Right? Like the brother mentioned, Planned Parenthood. Right?
They promote, nothing but whoredom and adultery and idolatry and the songs and gangster rap.
Heroin, crack.
Oh yeah, all of that, yeah.
Prison, all that shit. That was all his plot to cut that righteous seed off, man. See?
But even all of that,
the Lord still has an elect.
The scripture say what? Because his mercies were not consumed.
Yeah. Just like what didn't Herod try to cut Yahawashi off when he was born? Same thing. Pharaoh tried to do the same thing with the young children back then. It's the same thing, man. It's the same spirit. Okay?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Romans the 9th chapter.
Yeah.
Esau Edom, he's a new modern day, Pharaoh.
Yeah.
In the same way the Lord raised up ancient Pharaoh and brought him down, the same way they're gonna take down Esau, man. But this destruction this deliverance and destruction is gonna be far greater than that of Egypt, man. Jeremiah the 16th chapter. They did everything they did everything they could think of. Remember the scripture say what? He can't even go to sleep unless he calls something to fall. So he's up all night thinking how he can destroy our people, man. You see that? You other nations ain't stable too, pursuant to Psalm 83rd chapter. Y'all came in greens as well, make us forget who he was. But even in all of that, even the people, most of the people don't even know who they are. But still it's growing, multiplying. You know, we can't even number us, man.
Yeah, they keep saying we're the minority. That's a lie.
It's a lie.
That's a straight up and down lie, man. Because you can't number Israel. That's in the scriptures.
Right.
All right, Dad.
It says, but the more they afflicted them, in verse 12, Exodus 1 and 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives better with hard bondage, and mortar and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which name the one was Ziphrah, and the name of the other Puah.
So they afflicted them, man.
Yeah.
Made them to serve hard bondage. All right, now he's afflicting us more now with these wicked mandates, man. Scripture calls it what? Unrighteous decrees. They're unrighteous. They're wicked, man. I tell you, in order to work, you have to have Vanessa in you. That's wicked, man. And these are the same people who say your body, your choice. These are the same people. That's the same party, the Democratic Party, who pushes that foolishness all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, a woman, my body, your choice. You could dress how you want. You could kill your baby if you want. But this thing, you have no choice. You have to take it. All right? See, Scripture says he speaks with what? A forked tongue, man. Okay? It says, the words of his mouth was smoother than butter, the words in his heart. It is supposed to be the most deadliest disease, when they're giving you the quote-unquote solution for free. That should ring a bell, man. Because nothing is free. All your pharmaceutical drugs ain't free. Right. You don't have Medicaid or whatever, some health insurance, you got to pay a large amount of money, man. Who's paying for all people to get all this thing for free, man? See? And we already told you what it's meant for. All right? What scripture you got?
Psalm 55 in verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than oil. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
War is in his heart, man. The scripture says, like the brothers quote, he don't sleep unless he calls sun to fall. It's also one of Proverbs is 4:16.
Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Some to fall, man.
So they lose sleep at night.
Yeah.
Unless they cause some to fall, man.
Because why? He's the sword of the Lord.
That's right.
Let's read Revelation 6. He's the sword, man. We're going to get to some articles. And then we're going to also, a lot of you guys have been talking about Yahawashi, Lord jacking you up, man. This guy rapped the news, which I ain't looked at this clown for such a long time. You know what I mean? But, you're starting to rear back up. They said he caught the bug or some shit. Man, who gives a shit about that guy, man? The Lord gonna kill you anyway, man. Whether you make it out this thing or not. If you don't respect Yahawashi, there's no chance. You're not making it on the chariots, man. Because that's the will of the Father. All right? It's for you to uphold and worship his son. Period. Okay? And any Israelite who can't get with that, like he said, all those my enemies shall not reign over thee. Bring hither and slay them before me.
That's right.
Right? You're gonna be put to death, man, because you're a rebel, man.
Right.
Right? Ed?
Revelation 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Every time you see this man is war. Okay, he's been involved in all the wars. Right? You had the Spanish-American War, this war, that war, World War I, they came into it. World War II, they went in it, and when you go into World War II, they tell you that 80% of Americans wanted nothing to do with World War II. They didn't want nothing to do with it. So they set up Pearl Harbor. Right? They started provoking the Japanese, blocking their exports. You see, they knew about Pearl Harbor. They tell you 48 hours before it happened, Australia told them. But they needed something to go to war. They had to have something. What happened? They went to World War II. They defeated Hitler. And what happened? They got out of debt. They came out of the Great Depression. They was prosperous after that. And also they showed off their new weapon. And they tell you that, before they even dropped the bomb on Japan, Japan already surrendered. way before they dropped the bomb. To Harriet S. Truman, because Hitler was finished. See, they call it the axis of evil. How ironic, man. And we all brought that Hitler quote out what he said about the real Jews. We ain't gonna go into it because they'll cut. When we brought that video out last year, motherfuckers took the channel down. You know what I mean? Not the channel. They took down the video, man. Because it was nothing but truth. And who got wind of it? Certain basketball players and certain football players, they started quoting it, man. It's the spirit of Yahawashi. So they be watching the videos, man. Because who was the ones who brought that out? It was the Israelites who brought that out. Christian Church didn't bring that out. Farrakhan didn't bring that out. The Israelites brought that out, man. That's how all of them know. See? All right, what you got?
Reading on down. And it says, Revelation 6 verse 4, and power was given to him that sat thereon.
Power was given to him. Like Yahawashi told Pontius Pilate, the only power you have is what my Father gave. So power was given to him, going back to Daniel, the 7th chapter. He is the fourth and final beast.
That's right.
This is his time to reign, which is coming to an end. The scripture said, in the days of these kings and the Most High shall set up another kingdom. Right?
That should not be left to other people.
It's not going to be left to other people.
We're in that time.
We're in that time, man. So just sit back and allow this movie to play out, man. But what it is, our people, even though they know the Israelites, even they know Yahawashi, quote unquote, even though they know the script of Babylon gonna be destroyed, niggas are still fearful, man. They know this man's latter end, but they still fearful, man. Fearful of what, man? Right, Yahawashi got us this far. He's not gonna forsake us, man.
That's right.
In the darkest hour, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Yeah, which we know is going to his nuclear missiles. Right, he was blessed with that technology, man.
Yep.
And that's how I also tell you, Revelation, that he's deceiving people by those great miracles, man. Also, 2 Thessalonians 2. Let's see if we can get that. Right? The Lord gave him those devices, man. Going back to his father Isaac. Right?
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, let me get to the point, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Yeah, the working of Satan, his daddy, the devil. Good.
With all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, Elon Musk. Oh, Neuralink, we're coming out to see. That's the lying wonders. Oh, we gonna make the blind see, and shit is to control you, man.
The lame
out
walk.
Of here, man. Yeah, the lame walk. Those are lying wonders, man. His xenobots and all this other crazy shit. His nanotechnology. Okay? That's all technology to control you, man, because he wants your soul, man.
That's right.
See, they want mindless robots in the world to come, man. They control everything and they're the lords or the gods of the earth. Right? That's what they want. They can make it happen with that technology, with Vanessa, and then you have the towers. Okay? It's all one. That's why it's no coincidence they say next year, all the carriers are saying we're switching over to that network. See?
Yo, see, 2022 is going to be a terrible year, man, of judgment, destruction, and plagues. You know, once they turn up the towers, mix with those as finessed, and no coincidence, like you going into the spirit elements, human trials 2022. The micro CHIP passport, all of this at least at the same time, because Vanessa was the prelude to the Quran.
Yeah. Yep. It's here.
It's here.
And it's not going to take long. It didn't take long for C.
That's right.
Oh, the outbreak, lockdown. End of the year, Vanessa. Now, a couple of months after, mandates.
And it's like the elites know that when they bring this forth, they're gonna have a little resistance because they see a lot of people that's not trying to get finesse. So like, okay, we gotta mark that down. All right, so they don't want to take it. They taking it. All right, so now when we bring forth our ultimate goal, which is the MO to the T to the B, we know we're gonna have some resistance, but a lot of people will give in.
Oh man, we're gonna read Eric Adams' plan in a minute. Because he's nothing but a black devil. All right, and they all in the same brother, him, Blasio, and all these so-called politicians.
We're all set up.
They're all set up. You can't make it unless you are.
That's right.
How many times you got to keep explaining that, boy? Jake's, you're going to get in the can. It says NYC Mayor-elect Eric Adams will keep de Blasio's private employer Vanessa mandate and may include Boost Mobile. So he's because they were saying, oh, when Eric Adams come, he could turn it around, he could shut it down. Hell no. First of all, it's not him. He's just the face you see. There's strings attached to him. Like Blasio, first he said, Blasio, the testing on Vanessa. Then fucking a month later, he said, F the testing. Vanessa. Right? Because he must have got that phone call, yo, that's a loophole, you got to get rid of that. Right? But that testing thing is for a reason too. We're going to read it in a minute. It says, so he ain't stopped jack shit. Public school students may also be forced. Woo! I like this article because they're using the right terminology. It said public school students, this is the Daily Mail, may also be forced to get Vanessa by April, officials say. Increase in testing is also promised for jails, hospitals, and nursing homes. Wow. There's a point I want to get. See if it's in this article too. See that? So they coming after. Well, a lot of kids already got it, but they're saying in order for you to be in school, period. So now, let's say we still in school and we know the truth. Are we going to keep going to school? Hell no, man. All right? Hell no, man. See, it's time to detach from the system, man. All these people out here too, Vanessa, like Morpheus told Neo, they're part of that same system, man. If they're not unplugged, they're your enemy, man. And that's a fact. All right? He said the new mayor also, let me read up further. Adams health officials, let me go this right here. The new administration will also ramp up testing in schools and provide in-home test kits for students. This is unbelievable. You saw that, Jake? That woman, she did the in-home test. She used water. It came back positive. It went viral. Wow. And she's like, how the fuck did this get positive? I used to work at the schools and we made people take the test. Now I'm starting to figure out now where those all false positives because I used water. And it came back positive. It's all a trap, man.
It's all a trap.
And we're going to go into it now.
A web.
He's saying he may not do the fines, but this is what this devil said. Unless they get their employers vaccinated. This is what he said. He said, let me read up further and I'm going to read on down. What we are doing now is speaking with large businesses and our small businesses. We're going to receive the level of cooperation we need to ensure that we get the compliance that we need. You know, I really hope you niggas are tears too, man. It says Gracie Mansion, soon to be resident, will be a softer approach. However, to show he treats the private sector, I am going to really expand the communication and education. Adams said Thursday, lies, and just more lies. I don't believe we need to be heavy-handed with our businesses. You're not even supposed to be involved with the private sector. That's why it's called the private sector, man. That's supposed to be, that's the heart of capitalism, man. Okay? Every time the government started impinging on the private sector, that's going into what? A communist society, man. All right? It's like the government said tomorrow is guaranteed all businesses have to pay their workers $30 an hour. People gonna get upset. Of course. You be like, what the fuck? How you gonna tell me how much money I should pay my workers? How am I gonna afford to pay everybody $30 an hour? Well, it's a mandate. It's a law. You have to do it. You see? They never did that before because they can't, man. All right? It says, I don't believe we need to be heavy-handed, blah, blah, blah. It said the health department will have a dedicated team to work with employers. Foregoing fines so long as employers help their workers vaccinated. This is the point I want to get to. The new administration will also ramp up testing in schools and provide in-home test kits for students. Adams promised to revamp the ventilation systems in the city schools to cut down on infections. We have no clue what the hell that means. It says Adams health officials are also in close communication with hospitals across the 5 boroughs to ensure they are prepared for the increased demand for the Omicron spike in infections. This means more virtual medicine, beefing up the nursing staff of city hospitals. Who are they going to use in these city hospitals? They already talk about using what? The National Guard. All right, because there's a shortage on workers.
Yeah.
See, we could read in between the lines. The new mayor will also stop the new wave by tackling infection in group settings like jails, hospitals, and nursing homes. That's what the elder said. Don't be going to them hospitals, man, because we're gonna read right now, so that they don't become super spreader sites. He promised to focus on more testing and quickly isolating those who test positive in the group sites. See that? Test positive, isolate them. Where they gonna put you at, man? Where they gonna hold you at, man?
Isolation facilities.
Yeah, there you go, man. And remember, you say you had a dream.
That's right.
If you had,
you got 21 days, basically.
And
right. They isolate you for like 21 days, and if you still don't want to take finesse, you know, at the end of the 21 days, people was getting finesse.
People was getting finesse.
Yeah, they was basically torturing them in there, basically, man. You know, I think they were putting sedatives and all type of stuff in their drinks. You know, sedatives. Yeah, sedatives.
Yeah.
You know what they do to people in insane asylums?
Yeah.
You know,
they give them that cocktail.
Yes. Yeah, they give them that cocktail, make them docile.
Yeah.
They were doing that to people that just cancel my dream. You know, and then people they gave in. By the end of 21 days, I mean, you know, in the isolation facility, they gave in and took finesse. So yeah, in the dream, you have people, you know, fleeing the cities, trying to go to, like, you know, the wilderness area with trees and forests. But then you know, Esau had it set up. We had people with hazmat suits, you know, spraying the fields with all type of chemicals. He had the construction workers cutting it down, and they was complaining about the chemicals being sprayed inside the thing because they didn't have on hazmat suits, the construction workers. Right, so Esau knows people try to flee the city and go to like the rural areas, like wilderness areas, forests, so on and so forth. Right, live off grid, so to speak. Right, and he already got snares set up there. So Esau, he trying to force your hand. You know, just kind of back into a corner. You have no one else to lean on but on him. But we gonna lean on Yahawah Shai. You see that? So they already got snares set up, man. You see, I remember that dream.
They're probably gonna have checkpoints too, like military checkpoints.
They are.
They are. They're gonna have checkpoints.
You won't be able to jump state to state.
Yeah.
Remember they say they want to do for domestic. Well, let's get it.
I can read a quick precept. This is Psalm 119 verse 110. It says, "The wicked have laid a snare for me, and a snare we know is a trap. Yet I err not from thy precepts," man.
No, you got to see that. Scripture says Romans 15:4.
Romans chapter 15.
They said C19 Vanessa mandate for domestic flights because you need it for international or the testing.
Yeah.
Now they want to do domestic, so you want to fly to goddamn
Florida.
Yeah, Florida or Virginia, right? Or somewhere in the South, Georgia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna need to have this thing just to go right there. But what about the mask? I thought the mask was effective. Millions of people in the U.S. remain unvaccinated against C. And local, state, federal seem to be running out of creative incentive to change their minds. What about respecting people's decision, man? That's it. This whole thing has become a religion. All right? What about eating healthy and exercising? All right? And dealing with the herbs that the Most High set up.
They don't teach nothing natural.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be according to their pseudoscience.
Yeah, pseudo. And Vanessa, it tells you, don't stop you from getting it and don't stop you from spreading it. So what is the point, man? Okay? That's why there's something called breakthrough cases. There's all these people who got it. All right? And they're telling you now, a lot of doctors and nurses, that's the majority of cases in the hospital. The people who receive Vanessa, man. And people saying they never had this problem before, that problem. All of a sudden now, social media is full of reactions of people who took this thing, man. But they don't talk about that on the mainstream media. All right? It said, but experts say one move may convince them to roll up their sleeves. A vaccine mandate for all flights within the U.S. The idea has been brought up several times throughout I'm not going to say that, but the Omarion variant, highly transmissible, which they said the shit has mild symptoms. This whole thing is all witchcraft. Has renewed talks of vaccine travel. As hospitals and businesses overwhelmed with 6 employees struggle to stay afloat. And remember, they said, you remember the flight chaos they had? Because they said a lot of the staff called out sick. Well, remember, all those airlines had mandates. So the workers had to get what? Vaccine. And all of a sudden they called out sick. MTA, the same thing. Yep. They said there's going to be a disruption in the services because a lot of staff out sick. Why are they sick? And they had the mandate too. All right? So who the majority of people that's getting sick? People who receive Vanessa, man. Okay, but
They
they left that part out in the news. Oh, staff calling out sick. All the majority of those staff vaccinated. Yes, because you made a mandate.
They're the ones that creating these dual, variants, man. So now it's time to have faith in the Lord, man.
Let me see. I was looking at another article.
It's not time to trust in this beast, man, in this system. The science, there's philosophies. So if you trust in the beast, you're gonna fall with the beast, man. Simple like that. Right? But we're so close to the end. 2022, that year, man, it's gonna get worse. You ain't seen nothing yet. The Lord said, I'm gonna bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. Don't forget about famine, man. And Esau, he plans on starving people out to get them to force them, man. What they gonna do inside these isolation facilities? They gonna starve your ass out. Hey, you wanna take finesse? You wanna do this? You wanna get down with this? They ain't gonna feed you, man. Have you guys locked up in a camp, and that's what a lot of you jakes gonna be at, in a camp, man. For being wicked, scoffing, not listening, bucking up, murmuring against the Lord. Y'all asking me in the camp,
And they already running simulations on other countries.
Yep.
That's like way ahead of us. They already got
Australia,
Germany.
Yep, Germany.
Europe.
They're way ahead.
Yep, they're way ahead.
They're way ahead. And what's going on over there? There's protests, riots every day. It's just a matter of time before it's in America.
That's right. Protests, riots, chaos. And then with that chaos gonna come that order, man. Order add chaos. Which means what? Order out of chaos, man. That's what they want. And that order can be what? Martial law. Walmart. I'll say that. Walmart, man. Mark law. And that's what they've been doing for years, man. They've been, transforming these different, Walmarts into camps. And they're not only gonna use Walmart, they're gonna use stadiums, they can use schools, they can use those type of big places that could concentrate. You're concentrated in, meaning it's like a whole bunch of people compact in one area. They're gonna compact a whole bunch of people in one area, man. You see that? And they're gonna do that, and brothers had dreams about this, man. They're gonna do that in Walmarts, do that in these big, stadiums and schools and shit, man. And in there, people gonna be getting tortured. You Jake's gonna be getting tortured, man.
Well, let's get to Isaiah 10.
And their heads
I was
chopped
looking
off.
for another. Looking for another article.
The guillotine.
The government ordered 30,000 of them, man, not too long ago. So they got more, and they bringing back certain execution ways. And if you on death row, prison on death row, he dies by lethal injection. They about to bring back the death by the firing squad. Death by, I believe it was hanging. There was another death too.
They're gonna torture a lot of you, Jakes.
Yeah, they're gonna torture a lot of you, Jake. Simple like that, man. Isaiah 10 and 1.
No, let's get 5.
Con. Isaiah 10 and 5. Oh, yeah, con. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in her hand is mine indignation.
Yeah, and if they see, and if people go into the history of the Sedekadem and Salmanasseh, you look at their images, they called the Assyrians the lords of torture when you look it up. They were known for torturing people.